Welcome to the video, guys. We're going over a little home workout for soccer players. So these are soccer drills you can do at home. I'm doing them outside, basically on my patio, but you can do them inside as well. They all require just a little bit of space. And this is a very simple routine, but if done often, it's going to help you to make sure you're improving during this time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Actually, guys, before we get into it, I want to bring your attention to something I've been working on in the background, which is called the Simplysoccer Mastermind, which I'm going to be opening up very soon. This is kind of cool because in this, you're going to be able to send me your own footage, update me on your progress. There's going to be exclusive videos and series that help you improve as a player in person. So it's not open yet, but if you are interested on getting on the waiting list, which will give you additional benefits and updates and everything else, I will put a link in the description if that's something you are interested in. All right, guys, so we're just going to start with a few touches on the ball, get a little warm up going. So all I'm really going to do here are 50 juggles with alternating feet, basically with the top of my feet or near my toes, popping it up, keeping it in control, keeping it below my knees if possible for this initial warm up. So this is just, again, to get touches on the ball. This is to get familiar with the ball, just get ourselves a little warmed up. We'll do a few other things to get our body warmed up as well. But it's important that you're doing this. Then you're going to switch to your right side. So I just stand on one leg for balance, and I'm popping it up again, trying to keep close touches with my right foot. And I'm going to do 25, and then, of course, switch over to my left foot and do that. This is a great little just sequence to do every single day to get good touches on the ball, get more familiar with the ball, and then we'll move on to the next one. So keeping that trend, we are going to pop the ball down to our feet, and then we are going to pop it right back up. Try and keep this in control and then alternate. So you're trying to pop it up, you see, kind of to the level I am, to chest height. If you don't pop it up that high, or it's not close to that area, or it's out of control, don't count it. But you're just going to do 10 of these on each foot, popping it up to your hands at around chest level, alternating with the feet. Again, this is good to give yourself a feel for the ball. I think I got something in my eye there. I remember during this warm-up, I kept having something fly in my eye. But then you're also going to move on to doing it twice, alternating. So once with the left, once with the right, pop both of them up around chest height. That was a nice little rhyme there for you. A little more difficult because you got to keep both touches in control. Set yourself up for the second touch, but again, you're going to do 10 in total on both sides. So that means starting with the right to left, and then the left to the right, although you'll see I mix up the order sometimes. I actually end up doing more than 10 each side because I sometimes lose count when I'm doing this. For some reason. So you're just going to do this again, get some good touches on the ball. Again, it's a very simple thing to do, but doing this consistently is going to help with your feel for the ball. It is going to help your control amongst a few other things. So we're going to do some inside taps now. So basically I'm going to go to the end of my patio and then come back. And you're just going to repeat this twice, or we're going to repeat it once after. So I'm going to go forward and then backwards like you see me there. Just nice touches, going at a decent speed. I'm not going too crazy. I'm just trying to get this motion warm. I'm just trying to, again, get some good touches on the ball early on here to warm up. So you're not trying to tire yourself out. Just keep your balance with nice, easy touches there and back. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some drags. So essentially, you're going to roll the ball to your other foot, stop it, and then go back. Try not to, if you make a mistake, just keep going. We're just warming up here. Again, you're going to do it with your left. Then I'm going to do this 2 more times just to get a few touches with the sole of my foot. Then I'm going back. Again, rolling it over my foot sometimes. It's okay. Just keep going. It's going to happen sometimes. Slow it down if you need to. But here I go. Little mistake, but just keep going. And then we're going to move on to the next one. So the next one we're going to do is roll step overs. If you're in Ultimate Soccer Skills, you'll have seen this one. So we're just basically going to roll again, but do a little step over. And then I like to do a little scoop turn to turn around, just to add a little more skill into there. Just a nice slow scoop turn. But you're just going to do this. I believe I just do it twice. Nice little movement. Again, just getting those connections in, getting familiar with the ball, improving our relationship with it, and that will be it, just there and back. So now I'm going to weave in and out, and I'm going to do this pretty slowly. Again, I'm not trying to tire myself out now. I'm just warming up this movement. I'm not, again, trying to go as fast as I can. Just inside and then outside, nice and easy. And I'm going to do this, I believe, twice. Just warming up the legs, warming up my body, getting the blood pumping without really tiring myself out, because we will use this movement later in the actual routine where we will go for a little more speed. So now, guys, I'm just going to do some warm-ups without the ball. You can do whatever you normally do to warm up. I try to do some open the gates, close the gates, some other movements. So now we got a few, got warm up with the ball. So now again, I'm doing it without the ball, just getting other parts of my body warm. Just don't skip doing a warm up. When you go to train, do at least a little one. You know, I know it may not be the most fun thing to do. I like incorporating the ball a little bit more to make it a little more fun, but you want to make sure you're doing these other movements as well. And again, you can do whichever kind you want. I'm not going to really show the whole morning routine just to save, or morning routine, the whole stretching routine or the whole warm up I'm doing here just to save time. But again, you can do whichever kind of warm up is best for you or one that you like to do. Okay guys, now that we're warmed up a little more, I'm going to show you the first drill, which is just log croquetas with cones. So I'll show you right here. You see I just have some cones. I think I have, let's see, 7 cones here. And essentially what we're going to do is weave in and out of them, but doing log croquetas pretty much the whole time. Now I'm going to do 5 sets of there and back. So I'm just going to go through the cones and then I'm going to go back, and that's going to count as 1. I'm going to do that 5 times, and I'm going to speed up or try to speed up as I get into it. So as I get more familiar with the movement as I go, and as I start warming up more and more, I'm going to try and go faster and faster, which means there might be a few more mistakes. It might be the same for you as well. Don't worry about that. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you a few of the rounds here. Again, I'm going a little slowly here, just doing the log croquetas each time. You might find, especially if you haven't done this drill before, you're making a few mistakes. It's fine. Just go back to the beginning, whichever side you're closest to, and go again. Again, you just want nice, smooth log croquetas. Speed it up if you can, trying to challenge yourself. You can see I'm making a few mistakes here and there, but it's okay. Usually if I don't, completely lose control or knock over a cone, I'll keep going. So here, I decided just to keep going because I just kind of scrape it, so I keep moving. But simple drill, but also a very, very good drill to do. Again, we want to go for 5 here. It's very simple. You go quickly, take like a 30-second break, and then go into your next set. Next one, we're going to keep the cones the same, but now we're going to do one of my favorites, which is a weaving practice. So what we're going to do is weave with the right, there and back, with the left, there and back, and then both feet, and that will complete 1 set. You're going to do this 3 times. There's no warm-up sets to this one. Just go as fast as you can within control on all 3 sets. Okay guys, so very simple on this one. You're going to weave as fast as you can with the inside and outside of your right, there and back, and then you're going to do your left. And then you're going to do both feet. Now the idea here is to go, oh, okay, we're back to our right. Must have missed some footage there. The idea here is to go as quickly as you can within control. Now I take typically 2 touches on each side, but as you can see, sometimes I change it up. Sometimes I'll take 1. We're not really sticking to a regimented thing here. It's really just doing it quickly and in control, trying not to lose control, trying not to hit the cones if you can help it. And as you can see, we're just kind of moving from one to the other. You're not really taking a break between any. You're just going from your right, then your left to both feet. So you will get a little bit of fitness in this one too. You'll notice at the end of these sets that you might be a little bit out of breath. So just take 30 seconds to 45 seconds to catch your breath before going on to the next set. You'll notice your thighs burning after this one as well. Again, a lot of cutting and everything else. Again, try and go quickly through them. And again, you might be able to go faster than me. You might have to go slower than me. It's really not about trying to compare to how I'm doing it here. It's really just about trying to challenge yourself each time you do this. If you knock a cone over, really quickly just adjust it if you can, and just keep going. So again, another fantastic drill. Again, doing this one often, do this one like 3 times a week, and you will see vast improvements in all of these movements that you see here. So next drill we're gonna do is called your 3 moves. So what I want you to do is pick 3 skill moves that you wanna work on. Ideally moves that are effective for your position and moves that are actually effective. So no rainbows, no anything like that. We're talking about step overs, body feints, croix, things of that nature. And today we're just gonna do 5 really good ones on each side. And then we're gonna go into a few other kind of skill move variations. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm practicing on the step over here in this first one. So I'm gonna do 5 game-like good ones on both sides. Now, this is one of my favorite moves, and you can also do it like me here, where you're kind of going from one to the other. So you're getting a little fitness in here as well. You're just turning around immediately and performing it on the other side. There's no real break between each, but since this is mainly about technique, you can take, a few seconds to catch your breath between each one, but again, if you want a little bit of extra fitness, it's not that much extra, but it will help out. So I'm working on these step overs again each time, trying to be quick, trying to get that lean in there. Again, one of my favorite moves, one I love to use. So I immediately go from that to the body feint, another one that I like to use. Again, same method, I'm going continuously. I'm not stopping after each one. I'm trying to take quick touches towards the cone, set myself up so that I have to perform it quickly. If I'm losing control of the ball, again, quick touches to get it back out of my feet, get it ready for the next time I take the move. It gets a little too close to the cone that time, but I still adjust and I keep going. And that's essentially how you want to do this, guys. It's very quick. This will be over quickly. Again, you can go for more than 5 each side. I would say bare minimum 5 each side for each move. I think I sometimes do a little more because I lose count. But either way, just make sure you get at least 5. Next, I work on the Croif, going both sides. Now, this one will really burn your thighs. I'll let you know now that you get a decent amount of fitness doing this one, especially if you want to do it multiple times. I actually do this as an individual drill sometimes and do 3 sets of it. But the Croif is my favorite move, or at least one of them that I think is really good. Definitely a little out of breath after that one, especially those Croifs. But guys, this is something I recommend you do every single time you train. Just get 5 skill moves, 3, and work on them on both sides at game pace. Next one we're gonna do, guys, is a few more skill move work, except now we're gonna do a few variations, again, that are position specific. So for me, I'm a goal scorer, and typically I'm a striker. So one of the most important things I can do is to be able to create the space in order to shoot. So you're gonna see me practice a few moves, maybe even do some of the ones I was doing. And since I can't shoot against anything, what I'm gonna do is do the move and then just chop it back. So I also work on a combination, but I'm gonna fake the shot and then obviously not shoot it, or else it's going in the water over there. So let's get into it and pick some variations for yourself. I don't have a set time or rep for this usually. I just kind of feel this one out, pick the ones I wanna work on and go from there. But I would spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes on this. All right, guys, so the first little combo I do is what I call a leg feint to chop or la croqueta. So essentially, I'm working on creating that yard of space by doing a little leg feint there and then chopping it back. I get a little too much on that one, so I come back. But this is a move I found has been very beneficial. The leg feint by itself is very good at creating that yard of space, but I like adding in a chop or a la croqueta sometimes if I want to fake it, because sometimes I'll use this move multiple times, and if I keep doing the same thing with it, it's gonna be way too readable. So a lot of times I will quickly do this little leg feint that creates space very fast, which usually causes a defender to commit and then chop it back out the other way. So I found this to be a really good move to use in goal scoring situations, or situations where I can threaten to shoot. Again, a little mess up there, so I just go back to do it again. And so doing this, creating that space, taking a hard chop, or doing that little stop and then la croqueta, I found to be very effective. So this is one of the combinations I like to work on quite often. Again, very useful. Where am I going? Oh, I think I was spitting over there. But very useful to create that yard of space to shoot and work. It's a really good combo if you're a striker. So this next one, I give you a nice start where I completely slip over, just to throw that in there. But I'm doing basically a Ronaldinho step over and then either a chop or a Ronaldo chop back the other direction. Another one I like. Again, the step over is enough usually to give me the space, but adding this little other element into there can also be very handy. So this is the other one I did, and I do one more. And so the last one I did is a nice little combo. I like when someone's closing me down very heavy, and it's kind of almost like combining a Maradona with a V-turn. So you drag the ball or hit the ball back towards your body and then pull a V-turn on the spin. And I've actually found this move to be very handy when someone's really hassling me, driving at me, and especially near the wing, I found this one very useful. Last drill, guys, will probably be the most demanding. It's also one of the most fun. So usually I'll go for like 45 seconds to a minute for each rep. I'm gonna go 30 seconds today, just listening to my body, but I'm gonna do 3 sets of 30 seconds. And this one is called touch every step. And so the point of this one, I mean, we're gonna mix 2 together, touch every step and spontaneous dribbling. So you're gonna essentially, with no thinking really, just do move after move, touch after touch in a rapid succession. And if you make mistakes, it's fine. I'm gonna really try not to, because if I do, again, ball's going in water, so I might do it a little more slowly. Although I struggle to to calm myself down during this one. So anyway, you're gonna set a timer. The phone's gonna be mine. So after I'm done filming this, we'll get into it. Again, we're gonna do 3 sets, and that will be it. Then get a cool down in, and I hope you, well, we'll get to that at the end. Jumping ahead. Okay, so you'll get a better idea of the drill here. Essentially, you're just gonna really focus on quick reactions, quick touches in these 30 seconds. And as you can see, I'm just combining different touches, different moves together, just doing the first thing that comes to mind. Now, again, you're gonna make a few mistakes here if you're doing this right. You wanna push yourself to your edge, so you might see me make 1 or 2 mistakes, but I'm just trying to be, as the drill suggests, spontaneous, taking a lot of touches in a short amount of time, a lot of different combos. And this will tire you out, but this will also help you build connections with different moves, get touches on the ball. That was the first 30 seconds. Here's another one where I just did some more. And again, I really love this drill, and you'll hear me talking about it in a sec, but if you do this drill consistently, you will improve. It may look a bit chaotic at the moment, but this helps in so many different ways. Whew, all right. That one is a tough one. That one is a good little connections drill, quick reaction, touches drill, quick feet drill, and also you need plenty of cardio because you're cutting just so much. But it's good because those are the kind of movements you want to be training for football. My challenge to you is do this drill 3 times a week. Do at least 3 sets of 30 seconds. Work your way up to 45 seconds if you can. Do that for a month. So that'll mean at least 12 sessions of doing this consistently, doing it properly. And I promise you, I can almost guarantee you're gonna see really good results. So don't poo-poo this one until you try it. It works. It's one of my favorites for a reason, especially with dribbling. So anyway, long-winded one. Let me know in the comments if you want more routines like this. I do more than just this. I mix it up. Sometimes I'll do a little ball control routine just with this little wall right here. You don't need much. And other things, so just let me know and I'll make some more. If you want even more, check out my free ebook down below and my training courses where you'll get routines in an organized, scheduled way that will guarantee you improve. Also check out the Simplysoccer Mastermind sign-up sheet down below if you're interested in that and getting news about that and some benefits when it opens. Until then, guys, get out there, keep training. Don't let this quarantine prevent you from becoming a better footballer, becoming a better person. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully by then I'll have caught my breath.